We start with the Russia-Ukraine war, and a Ukrainian drone attack on Russia's Kursk city has killed an 85-year-old woman and injured 9 others, according to regional authorities. The strike, which sparked fires in several buildings, including an apartment block, also damaged an ambulance garage. The scale of the attack remains unclear, though local sources reported over 20 explosions. Meanwhile, a new Russian missile and bomb attack on Ukraine's Sumy region has left officials assessing damage after a deadly strike on Sunday had killed 35 people. The Russian Defense Ministry claimed their missiles targeted a military meeting, while Ukraine has condemned it as an attack on civilians. In the United States, President Donald Trump has blamed Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy for starting the war with Russia, saying the conflict could have been prevented. He also blamed Russian President Vladimir Putin and his predecessor Joe Biden for the ongoing violence, calling the situation a horrible thing. Both sides continue to deny targeting civilians as the war between Russia and Ukraine rages on. Well, joining us to discuss these latest developments is Professor Dr. Veselin Ivanov-Popovsky, Professor and Vice Dean of the Jindal Global Law School in New Delhi. Thank you very much, Professor Popovsky, for being here with us. I want to first look at these comments that have come in from Donald Trump, blaming not just Vladimir Putin and the previous Joe Biden administration, but also Volodymyr Zelenskyy for starting this war. He said that you shouldn't start a war on a country 20 times the size of you. What's your reaction to these comments from the US president?
Well, this is yet another inadequate comment. Has absolutely nothing with the truth. It's basically an escape from responsibility from Donald Trump. He doesn't see any prospect. His diplomacy fails. His understanding of the world fails. He doesn't understand what's going on. And for that matter, he always tried to blame somebody else's. Everybody else's. He tried to blame Zelenskyy, Putin, Joe Biden, and that there is really no future for such negotiation by Donald Trump if he continues to erratically and nonsensically continue such blames without taking responsibility. He's in the job for already 3 months, and he must stop blaming someone else rather than to show some leadership if he has such. Otherwise, he should simply be out of the picture.
Dr. Popovsky, what does it say that Russia has reportedly again struck Sumy after 35 people were killed in the attack on Sunday? And we also had the response from Russia saying that they did not target civilians and that they were targeting this alleged meeting that was taking place with officials. What does that say about the condemnation that has been sent from across the world following the deadly attack?
Well, this is kind of continuation of your first question, that exactly because Donald Trump is making such statements, he never accused Russia determinately as for the aggression and for the war crimes committed by Russia. Obviously, Kremlin can continue such indiscriminate attack, killing civilians. It's absolutely clear for even people who don't understand Geneva Convention and war crimes, it's absolutely clear from the picture that this is a deliberate targeting of civilians in Sumy over the weekend. And as I said, this is a result of the missing leadership from Washington, and Vladimir Putin can do whatever he wants to do, being in fact encouraged by statements from Washington that Zelenskyy and Biden are to be blamed for the war. This is very much Kremlin propaganda, which continues and which is echoed by Washington. I'm afraid to say there will be more such attack and very little prospect for ceasefire, even less for peace.
Dr. Popovsky, we are running shorter on time, but I just wanted to quickly touch on the Ukrainian drone attack, which has killed somebody in the Russian Kursk region. Do you think this may harm Zelenskyy's call for an immediate ceasefire, or is this just a response to the action we saw in Sumy over the weekend?
Obviously, Kursk is a war battlefield. There is nothing surprising. An aggressor cannot expect not to be hit back. So these are war targets in Kursk, absolutely. Maybe collateral damage, yes, but Ukraine has the right to respond in a Russian battlefield zone as well, which Kursk region definitely fall into. So I see absolutely no blame on Zelensky here. He should continue the war. There is a stamina to continue the war. By the way, all the victories of war, if we look at the First and Second World War, they ended with victory because of people's stamina. And every Ukrainian I speak with shows that stamina to continue and to win the war.
Professor Dr. Veselin Ivanov-Popovsky, thank you ever so much for your time and your insight.